Hello.
Are we on?
Yes.
Oh, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm Lucy Cooper, and this is
ReCooper8.
Yes.
And I'm Katie.
Indeed. How are those levels looking? They go up and down?
Yes.
Like you wouldn't believe?
Everything's good and
Brilliant.
under controlled.
We just did a great pre-show video, and I think and then we rewatched it, and it made us giggle. And suddenly, we don't know whether we're coming or going. Are you having problems with your headphones?
Yes, I can't hear anything.
Oh, I think it's one of those buttons, like the green one. Do you remember on the side? Oh, it's
Jimmy.
not actually plugged in. So this is ReCooper8. We're on for a couple of hours. I'm Katie. She's Lucy. For one night only. And we've got lots of guests coming up tonight. We've got Becky should be here shortly, just waiting for a text from her. Becky Bateman is our friend of the show. She is our bi-monthly. Does that mean every other month? Is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Bi-monthly astronomer. I should really clarify what she's bi-monthly of. And then we've got Jane Ross, film enthusiast and co-vener of the
Wairarapa Film Festival.
Yes,
which is incredible lineup.
We've just been looking at that, haven't we?
We're looking at the program and it's great.
And then Nikki King is coming on, and she is going to be talking to us about the Remarkable Women in Business Expo, which is on in June, which is very exciting. And should be a really good couple of days. And then we've got Mitch Dean coming in, and he is the promoter of Gold Dust Woman, which is a kind of Stevie Nicks
retrospective.
Yeah, and it looks great.
Yes.
So there you are.
And another lovely playlist for you, and a bit of chit and a bit of chat.
Oh yes, I guess for us to play the playlist, I'm going to need to plug my laptop in. Yes. Oh, can you do it from there now?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So what kind of a month have you had, Katie?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I've had a what have I had? Bit of ups and downs. But how's your father?
Yeah. Look, while we're waiting for Becky, why let's get the new segment in the show, an occasional feature called What's Hot for Gingers. Because Katie is a magnificent redhead and has made herself even more magnificent, if that is even possible.
Yeah.
By what? Tell us what you've done to yourself.
Well, I've always resisted dying.
Well, and nobody wants to die, Katie. Let's just get that absolutely.
I meant dying hair.
Oh, yeah, okay, good.
And when I used to have long hair down to my shoulders, I did sell my hair once to a doll wig maker, because apparently red hair was in demand. And so I got the shampoo, which kind of is meant for redheads to increase the redness of your red.
But it really does. I mean, I saw you yesterday and you stepped out into the light, and honestly, it's like you had a light bulb in your head and it was shining through your follicles.
Yes. It's worked really well, but you have to wear gloves to apply it, and last time I didn't, so I made a mistake.
Oh, wow.
It was red everywhere.
And what is the name of the product? Because, again, I know we shouldn't really, value one redhead product over another.
NAC.
Is that K-N-A-C-K?
No, N-A-K. It's Australian, I think.
Oh,
I've got the
and
NAC.
they can't spell. I mean,
I've got the NAC. It's a bit like cuts with a K and a Z.
Yeah. Another badly spelt word.
Yes. Or that, I don't know what you call that, the English for shops.
What, NAC?
No, when people put weird words into their business names, like Cuts and...
Yeah, ye olde English sweet shop.
Yeah.
With an E everywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. It's a really naff.
Is that offensive to you as an English person?
God, no. I mean, you take your... Honestly, we've done a fair few rotten things in our history. You can just have a pop at the English anytime you like. It's open season.
Perfect.
Awesome. Now we're still waiting on Becky, but that's okay. And look, we can't do the music yet because I haven't quite synced it with my laptop. So we'll have to keep on chatting. I wanted to give my online review. Jen Olsen, if you're listening. Now, Jen put out, it was Booktown last weekend, which we didn't get to cover at all on the previous show, but we will make up for that in spades next year. So Jen now writes a little bit for the Featherstone Phoenix, which is the local free paper there, and she did put out a call for anybody who'd been to any Booktown event, could they please kind of send her a very short review? I'm not going to send you a review, Jen, but Jen, if you're listening, take this down. I went to the zine workshop with Isla. It was brilliant, really, really good. So a zine is like a small, self-published, if you publish it at all, it'd be self-published kind of little paper, either A4 or A5, or we did widgy ones at like I don't know what size that would be, 8? I don't know. And you can use it to explore any topic very briefly, or you can go at length. And there were some beautiful people there from some sort of fanzine club or group or organisation down in Wellington, and they talked us through it. They were all delightful. They provided all the gear. And had a really, really good couple of hours, talked to some really interesting people. They just had provided all the materials. They made it really easy. It was really packed by the time we were really early. And then by the time we left, it was all the tables were full. So I just want to say thank you very much to those people for doing such a lovely job. It was free. They'd been there all day in a very drafty space, but they did a great job. And I thought, what a lovely thing. It was really nice for me and my daughter to do together. And it was great. So, Jen, 10 out of 10 to the zine workshop. I'd do again. In fact, I'm a bit of a zine junkie now. I want to zine everything. I'm going to go and get Becky.
Okay.
But I need to do this music, don't I?
Well, why don't I go and get her and you do the music?
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, I tell you what, I'll just keep talking because I still haven't got the music. What should we talk about then? So I'm very excited to talk to Becky. She's going to be here shortly to talk about stars, but also she has a lot to do with Aratoi. And I'm just going to get my ear out of my hair again because I just saw in our pre-video my ears were poking through. I look like an elf. And she also has a lot to do with the programme at Aratoi, particularly the educational programme. And so we're going to be talking to her, which is great. And I'm absolutely certain that any minute now I will be able to get this. Do you remember last month my daughter was playing her music and using my Spotify? Well, she's doing it again, so I've just got to let Jez know she's got to come off the Spotify. Get Isla off Spotify, please. Please, this is kind of real time. What else has been happening? Well, it's getting a bit chillier now, so I can give you some weather. I'm English, so I naturally go to weather when I'm required to do small talk and gap filling. So the weather it's been challenging. It's been up and down. We've had some days which are like being in the tropics, and other days I'm talking about the weather. I went there. I went to the weather. Hello, we're on.
Weather?
Yeah, totally.
Weather?
You as an English person would be very familiar with the weather as a topic.
The weather is so annoying.
Yes, it has been annoying, hasn't it? Because you as an astronomer, I don't think your microphone's on yet, so just hold off saying anything fascinating until Katie's on the tools.
Yeah.
All on?
Yep.
Great. The weather. Now, you as an astronomer, just come this way for me. Put yourself right in front of the beautiful mic. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
Hello,
team.
Hi, team. Friend of the show. So the weather's been playing absolute poo with your stargazing, your nomadic stargazing business.
Yeah, well, it's hard when you have the weather as a business partner, isn't it? And you just don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't. They're on again, off again.
It is so annoying. So I'm trying really hard to kind of read the weather, read the clouds. I've turned a bit nerdy.
Yes.
Going, oh, those clouds, that's not shifting.
Right.
No. Or those clouds, oh yeah, they'll be gone by tea time. Lovely.
Oh.
Done. But tonight, I was meant to be out tonight, and I looked at my forecast. Loads of my forecast apps said 0 chance of any stars.
Right.
0 chance. Driving up here, beautiful. Clear as. I'm like,
that's
bother.
really annoying.
It is really annoying.
Poor thing.
It's really annoying.
So no business partners as weather as business partners.
You
Crappy.
just don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't. That's really frustrating. And it's like almost. I'm not saying it is, but it must feel like it's an illogical kind of because you can't do anything about the weather.
About it, no.
But I guess you can do something. People who are running meteorological services, surely they can do something about heavy cloud, clear blue skies.
It's statistics, isn't it? It's kind of only a percentage of really what it's likely to be. So no one's going to be 100% correct.
But you're way off.
I know, but it's completely off. It's completely wrong. I mean, most of the time, it's kind of accurate, but tonight it was just like, you're dreaming, mate. There's not a single cloud up there.
No.
What's going on?
Exactly. Very
God
annoying.
damn it.
So tell us what we can see in the sky.
When it's not cloudy.
When it's not cloudy.
When it's
when
not cloudy.
all those good things are happening.
Well, we've got a couple of planets in the sky in our early evening.
Right.
So if you're looking at the sunset and you kind of think, it's a very bright thing over there. What is that? Could be one of 3 planets.
Right.
It could be Mercury or Venus or Mars.
Gosh.
Which is quite exciting.
Yes.
But they don't hang around very long. They're very kind of, look and you've missed it.
Right, okay.
Mars
So
will be...
within an hour of
easily.
sunset?
Yeah. So Mars will go the last, and that will just be about 8 o'clock-ish.
Okay.
But
And
the
how
rest
can
of
we
them are just
tell?
kind of-
Can we tell? Is it easy to tell the
planets
difference?
will shine and stars will twinkle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, planet shine, stars twinkle.
Yes, because planets are just reflecting sunlight.
Okay.
Basically, and stars are making their own sunlight, so they're twinkly. And also Mars...
I didn't know that about
Did you?
stars.
Oh, there you go, some knowledge imparted already.
Oh my God, every time. Every time.
But you're too sweet.
Would I be alone?
No.
No, not many people know that when I say
You're
that to
alone in
people.
this room, but
You knew, didn't you? Oh, you would. Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it,
But
okay.
Mars is kind of reddish, so if it's kind of a red, really shiny kind of looking object on the horizon, you're like, Mars.
Mars,
Done.
okay.
But then we've got Saturn, my favourite planet, coming up about 10:30 at the moment, so it's not much longer to wait until it's, sensible viewing time.
so we'll see it on the drive home.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, if
be
we're
nice yellow in the
Okay.
east. So if you've got a nice easterly...
so if we're heading south, that'll be on
I'll
our
see it.
left-hand
Yeah, the
side.
passenger will see it.
Yeah,
That's me.
Oh, yeah, that is you.
which would be excellent. And then Jupiter is rising just after midnight. And so my 2
Marvellous.
favourite planets, I love winter because you get the Milky Way and you get planets, and
Yes.
it's just marvellous.
Brilliant.
Orion's summer's nice, but actually,
Yeah.
planets and the Milky Way is what people want.
Absolutely. They want the drama. They want the
drama.
pizzazz.
They want the rings. They want stripes. They want moons. They just want stuff. And Orion's nebula is pretty cool. You know,
Yes.
baby stars, really awesome.
Yeah.
But after 6 months of showing people, you just want to see a planet. You
Yeah.
just want to see a really cool planet.
That's right.
And-
In your big news telescope.
Yes, my beast. We've nicknamed it the Beast.
Lovely.
Yes,
I like
it's
it. Bit of a
bloody
chaser
heavy.
reference there. I like
It's
it.
so heavy. It's like, and core stomach muscles in, and pick it up.
Bend at the knees.
Bend to the knees. It's a big one, but whoa, it makes such a difference.
Does it?
Oh my God. So I took it out to Lismore House, actually. The first time I had it, I was like, I want to play. Took it out. Full moon. I was like, ooh, this could be quite good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it just looked amazing.
Wow.
Just every crater. Just
Oh,
fantastic. And yeah, I was just like, I love this. This is awesome.
This was worth every penny.
Yes, this is worth every... Well, I got it on sale, which is even better.
Oh, I love
Which
seeing
is
it on a
even
sale.
better. My friend in Wellington, Matt Redding, he's a fantastic astronomer. He's a fantastic photographer. And I think he just bought it as a kind of I'm going to try something.
Right.
Whatever he tried didn't work. I went, oh, what am I going to do with this telescope now? Phoned me up and went, do you want this for like half price? Yes. Yes, I will.
Nice.
So it's always
Wow.
good to know people when
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely.
in that kind of area.
In your game, it's what you know and who you know.
It is.
I don't think you could get away with not knowing anything and
no.
just having the piece.
Just be
Hey,
super confident in what you say.
Mark
Yes.
Gee?
G. Yeah,
G.
yeah.
Gee, yes.
Gee. What the? Mark Gee has done a new style of astrophotography. Have you seen it?
Oh,
Yes.
I have not
It's-
seen it.
It's
If anyone who's a
stupidly
fan of
amazing.
astrophotography, but with an extra added thing that I've never seen before,
Yeah.
so I think it was taken in Island Bay or somewhere in the Marine Reserve in Wellington. So the usual galactic Kiwi seeing it,
Yep.
but then a bit of the rockery, and then he's underwater.
Yeah, it's
What?
amazing.
So you can
What?
see like coral, not coral, but like
fish and
yeah,
kind of
the
How
rock
has he done
pools.
that?
I
How
don't
has
know,
he
but
done
it's
that?
amazing.
It's
So
incredible.
please
isn't it?
look at him. So it's Mark Gee.
Mark
G.
Yeah. And
G.
the art of night.
G.
Why I keep
G-E-E.
saying- I know. I keep saying Gee.
Not G-H-E-E. Then we'd be legitimately saying gee.
Mark G. G-E-E.
Yes, he
Anyway,
is
it's
an amazing
awesome.
He's
photographer.
one of my favourite people. He's actually, quick segment.
Well, he
I'm-
was part of the Dark Sky, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's been a real good advocate of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And in a couple of weeks' time, I'm actually curating a astrophotography exhibition in Aratoy.
Oh.
And so he's coming up and he's got some pictures showing and he's doing a
will
talk
he show
as
that
well.
one?
Wonderful.
Can you get him to show that one? Because it's so cool.
So good. It's awesome,
You've got to
isn't
look at it.
I'd love to know. So is it half underwater and half above?
Yeah. Well, it's the isn't it the rule of thirds
Oh,
photography?
so he's got the underwater part
He's got
as
the
a third?
sky, the cliffs, and the water.
It is amazing.
Wow, that's really amazing.
It's just stupidly fantastic.
It is.
You'd need some expensive kit to achieve
I don't
that.
know. Well, can you ask him when you see him
I
and then
will.
tell us when you come back?
We should have him on. We've had him on before.
We have. He's been on before when we talked
He's
about.
a friend of the show too.
Practically a friend of the show.
Basically, and he's a friend of the show. Yeah. He's a good guy. I'm sure he would come in. I'm sure
Yeah,
he would.
definitely. Does he live here or in Wellington?
He lives in Wellington.
Yeah.
But he comes over here quite a lot because he, like, all of his photos are over here, and
Yeah.
apart from that one that you just said,
Yeah.
most of them are over here because the sky's so dark over here.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got some good lighthouses and stuff to kind of take photos.
True.
of.
Yeah. So when's that exhibition? Do you? Because I know you're a font of all knowledge.
Yes.
Astral and
Let's talk
terrestrial.
Aratoy.
Well,
Yes.
I've actually had to bring my book because there was so much going on. I was like, I'm going to forget a date, so I'm going to say something wrong.
Oh.
You couldn't pass my Coke, could you?
Of course I can.
Other brands are available. But this one
Listen,
is really
I've got you covered for one of the things because
Oh, yes.
Pukana,
Yes.
because Mark, my husband, works at Alexander Turnbull Library, and they're part of
It's going to
that.
be awesome.
Yeah.
I've been watching the installation because obviously I have a key for
Yes.
the toy, so I'm just like, I sneak in now and again and kind of see, perk of the job. You kind of undo things and kind of look around and have what's going on. Oh, it looks so good already.
Yeah.
Like they put up, what are those called? Where the mariahs, the kind of the panels on the wall.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a huge stage.
Tuku panels.
Is it
Tuku?
Yeah, it might be.
I think so.
Kind of the ones that go up and kind of, it just looks so good. And I love Aratoy how that main gallery can just change, like, from each exhibition.
Yes.
Like, they put walls in, and you're like, I feel like I'm in a completely different museum.
Yeah,
Again.
it is clever, isn't it? Yeah.
So clever. It is quite funny, though, because when I open, like, the back door, normally our back room kind of off limit to visitors, but it's normally chock-a-block with like walls and movable walls and cases, and that was like basically empty because I think they've used everything in the back room just to make it look really awesome. But yeah, it's going to be very cool.
That is cool.
Very cool. But yeah, having this stage, which is going to be awesome, because then we've invited like schools and performance groups to come in and kind of do performances.
Right.
And Warren Walbrick, I think he's from Palmerston North, the Tongapura player. He's going to come over for a couple of sessions. So we're doing a special invitation for schools to come in and watch him. So that'd be very cool.
Great.
But no, that's going to be a really exciting one. It's been a really hard slog to kind of get it over the line. It's been kind of like two and a half years in the prep.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a lot of work. I know it looks like we just kind of fling stuff together, but actually there's a lot of work. Like this astrophotography one I've been doing since, maybe November last year.
Wow. Yeah.
So it does take a little while, and that's kind of a fairly easy
That's
one.
what it's kind of people and things, isn't it? It's the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Just kind of making sure everyone's on the same page.
Yes.
But with Pukana, we've been really, there've been so many people involved. So like we've had local iwi, and we've had local groups, and like South Wairarapa have been involved, and Alexander Turnbull Library, and just there's a huge amount of people just kind of all kind of being involved on the same page.
Yeah.
And just trying to get it all through, and it's going to be awesome.
So the opening this Friday?
It's opening this Friday.
Opening
it's 22nd.
night?
Yes.
All welcome, I presume.
All welcome, yes, they're welcome. And when you do come, you'll have a beautiful little gift to take away, which I'm very quickly making.
Oh,
Very quickly making. Yes,
amazing.
Yes, Kate and I have been tasked with making something special to kind of give everybody.
Whoa.
And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
But you have to come to find
You'll
out.
have to come to find out, but everyone gets a little gift.
That's
to take away.
nice.
That's a lovely thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting kind of RSI in my hands.
Oh my
doing
God.
it. I have to make a few hundred.
Yeah. So Pukana is moments in Māori performance.
That's right.
So you're
Yes.
covering live performances. There'll be, what else can we expect to see?
Oh, it's quite an interesting one. So there's lots of photographs, lots of text, but lots of music as well. It's a really diverse exhibition. There's quite a lot of stuff going on. There's also quite a lot of, with our education programme, we're trying really hard to kind of link the two, but actually have something to kind of touch and feel and kind of swing. So I think we're actually going to be making a little poi for the kids to actually have a go with on the stage, afterwards, which will be really fun. But it's a really interesting exhibition. It's just the different types of photos and the kind of how culture is all around music and performance, and it's just so exciting. I love it. I'm going to really enjoy it when actually kind of, because at the moment I've just kind of seen it in boxes, kind of, stood up against the wall, but it's going to be very cool when it's actually just there.
Awesome. So 22nd of May, and it's going to be there till 22nd of August. So there's plenty of time to see it and enjoy.
Winter.
That's
so
great.
It's really good. But we're going to have quite a few kind of performances and things all the way through. So keep an eye out for public performances and weekend performances and things. So it's going to be quite busy. Hopefully.
Okay, lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And your astrophotography one?
Yeah. So that is. I've called it now. I had to give it a name.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good
We're
with
not
names.
good with names either.
It's like,
No.
Pictures of the Dark.
Pictures of the
No, it's
Dark.
not called
No,
Pictures of the
okay.
Dark. That was one of my
That's
suggestions.
shit.
That's great. Isn't that a great name?
So I kind of thought, I went to this space of, what would an artist call it?
Yeah.
And I kind of, if I was an artist, what would I call it?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I've kind of had to go with it now.
Spill the beans. Come on.
Yeah. So it's called Within the Hours of Darkness.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Are you just nodding because that's kind
No.
of... Yeah.
No, I think it's
I
better
can
than
live with that.
Pictures in the Dark. No, that's a lovely. It's a Within the Hours of Darkness.
Yes, Within
I
the
can
Hours
see
of
you've
Darkness.
shortened it to
Yeah.
WT.
Yes, because it's quite a long title. I feel like it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, just kind of
Within the
WTHOD. WTHOD. Yeah.
I like that. Whit Hod.
What? Yes, what's Hod?
So Whit Hod is on when?
It's on the 19th of June to the 8th of August.
Great.
And it's going to be amazing. So we've got Mark G, we've got Glenn Butler, we've got Charisse Eberlein, we've got John Whitby,
Great.
who's dropped off his prints to me the other day, and they're this astounding, deep, thousands of light years away, just incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've got Rebecca Kempton, and we've got Pete Monk. So we've got a
Great.
real nice
Wow.
range of people. So we've got like Charisse with her wedding photography,
Yes.
kind of wedding in the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Mark obviously is just brilliant.
Yes.
I mean, enough said, really, isn't it? Glenn Butler, he does some really good kind of local Wairarapa, really kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a good one. And Rebecca has done kind of she's taken the astrophotography thing, but then kind of twisted it and made them into kind of these cool circles.
Oh yes,
Which
she
is
does
very
really
cool,
enjoy kind of
yes.
geometric shapes.
And
there.
that is massive. That is pretty big, so that's going to look really special.
Wow.
And then, John Whitby, kind of these astrophotography, kind of real high quality, kind of looking at, nebulas, however many millions of light years away. And then Pete Monk, he's done a really lovely one with, it's on the website actually, with kind of these rusty cars kind of in the foreground, and then there's Milky Way going up.
I think I've seen.
Yeah.
I might have seen. I feel like I've seen
Yes.
that his one.
And
'cause
that's,
it
I
posts a
really
lot.
like that
I
one,
love
because it
his
kind of
stuff.
almost is like the passage of time, isn't it? That musty cars can go rusty so quickly.
Yes.
And actually the Milky Way is...
Oh, I like that.
Ever
Two
present.
scales
Yes,
of
two different scales of kind of time
and
I like
decay, in a way.
exactly.
You could have
I
called
like
it Time
it.
and Decay.
Damn it, that's a good one. Maybe next year, Time and Decay, Astrophotography Part 2.
It could be
Astral
your
plane.
subtitle. So Whit Hod.
With Hod.
And
Time and Decay.
Time and
I
decay.
like it. I'll suggest that to Susanna on Tuesday. Susanna, I've got a caption. I've got a subtitle for you. Yeah. So they're really good. So I like how they're all slightly different. They're all showing the night sky and Wairarapa, but in different ways, and kind of how cultures have used the night sky, but also kind of time and decay, but also kind of beauty, and it's going to be really cool.
Wonderful. So that's a lovely winter.
It's going to be awesome.
Of things to
Oh,
come.
I've not finished. Sorry, there's more.
You carry on, Becky. Don't let me put a hitch in your stride, young lady. I feel like she's only just warmed up.
Let me get. Look, I've got this whole page to get through. We are doing, so on the back of last year we did a lovely Matariki kind of school holiday programme. We kind of had like building blocks, and because every star in Matariki has kind of got a purpose. Like it's kind of the wind and the rain and the rivers and the everything. And so last year we did an activity for every star.
Yeah.
This year we've kind of developed it for 3 kind of broader strokes of Matariki, which is remembering your loved ones who've kind of passed on this year, planning your future, and looking at your past. And so those 3 kind of things that it's really nice to do over Matariki.
Yeah.
So we've got this really cool, eclectic, shall we say, collection of activities again, but we're going to be making cloaks and doing weaving, and got shadow puppets, and we've got this really cool bloom. It's called Bloom, which is kind of this pink construction, I suppose, but it's massive. It's probably like these bits kind of this size, and you kind of can connect them in all sorts of shapes and things,
Right.
which is very cool.
Okay.
And yeah, that'd be really cool. So kind of a bit of dressing up and a bit of just kind of working out who you are and thinking about who you've lost and thinking about kind of your future and who you
you might be.
Yes, so we're going to
Yeah.
run that over again over the holidays, but also a week before the holidays for schools and preschools to kind of have like private 2-hour sessions just with them, which is
Oh,
really quite cool.
Nice.
A lovely Matariki ceremony that used to go on at Early Childhood Centre I was part of. And you'd have a night ceremony, we'd be looking at the sky, we'd be having soup, and we'd made soup from our garden and share it with people who came. But they'd put a little opportunity to write down what you wanted out of the next year and the coming and the future, and then it would be burnt in a brazier or something, and it might not be practical for a gallery space.
Or primary school children.
It was early childhood. So burning's great. You've got to learn how to play with matches
I
safely.
was listening, I promise. I was only mildly.
No, it's fine. But wouldn't that be cool to have in a public space where you could write down
That's
your
very cool.
wishes and your memories and then dispatch them at the end
I like
Yes.
that. We've
up
kind of
to the sky?
we've kind of got this tennis net.
Yeah.
So we've got, I think it's 5 or 6 different coloured ribbons or kind of weaving material. And so like a yellow one would be if you want to kind of weave something about someone you've lost, you put that on the net. Or a
Nice.
green one would be something you're looking forward to, or a white one would be, I miss a friend, or, so it's
Aw.
kind of so hopefully this tennis net,
Could look
this
a bit
weaving,
different.
should keep saying this random tennis net on the wall, but this beautiful weaving we're going to create as a participation activity.
Yeah.
Will just be really beautiful by the end because it'll have all these real different kind of
Yeah,
colours
sounds
and weavings
beautiful.
and people kind of thinking about
Yeah.
all sorts of things. That'd be really nice.
That's lovely. You do a great job. I don't know how you fit it all in.
Well, I don't sometimes. I think my husband's like, "What's for tea?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've just got in." No idea.
I don't know what is for tea.
yeah, exactly.
No,
That's
like,
the
what
best
is for
answer.
tea?
Yeah. Fish and chips are good. Oh, damn it, it's Monday. Everything's closed. But then the last thing I'm doing at Auditory is I'm kind of in charge, coordinating, shall we say. It's this very cool surrealist tableau. I know it's one extreme to the other, isn't it? So in Tapapa, they've got the surrealists coming over.
Oh, yes, they do.
Which is so exciting. I'm totally going to go to that.
Yeah.
So we
field
thought we'd have a little kind of a surrealist edge ourselves. So we've got this thing called the Disappearing Woman, which is rather amazing. So it's
That's how I
3
feel
women.
sometimes.
It's 3 women, and basically they're making this kind of tableau of objects and stories of. There's a woman who's disappeared. There's this kind of mystery kind of element to it. So there'll be things there like a lady's gloves just kind of, just hanging, somewhere weird. Or there'll be a plant in the corner. But when you look close, it's not really a plant. It's actually a plant with kind of birds' heads kind of sticking out and kind of roots kind of crawling across the floor. And so it's very cool. Very kind of weird.
Yeah.
But very surrealist, but kind of this tableau, I suppose.
Of real
this
people.
kind of no people, just objects.
Of
that
just
they've
objects,
made,
okay.
Lots of jewellery, kind of metalwork,
Yeah.
and embroidery.
Wow.
There's this kind of not oracle. What's it called when you have like a séance kind of thing?
Yep.
What's it
that.
called? And one of those.
Yes.
One of those, and that's beautifully embroidered, but it's not.
Oh, the Ouija board thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but it's kind of immaterial. But that's quite cool. So it's very weird, but also super cool
Yeah.
at the same time. Because I think the more you look, the more you kind of go, "Oh, hang on a minute," because there's these beautiful gloves that are kind of beautiful, like kind of fur-lined gloves, like you get like in the times of past.
Yeah.
But they've kind of got fingernails and kind of claws on the edge.
Wow. So
You know,
who's
it's quite
made
cool.
all these wonderful things?
And you're going to ask me that, and I've completely forgotten their 3 names. But it's on the website, on Auditory's website.
Let me have a quick look.
Yes, have a quick Google.
That sounds fascinating. And what room would that occupy?
So that's going to be in the social history gallery. That's the little one.
Right.
Yes. And it's going to be kind of transformed. So we're even going to like paint the walls and just make it quite an unusual space. It's going to be very cool.
It does sound very...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So I'm
they
quite
come-
excited about that.
Like they're coming out of the walls.
Well, I'm meeting her on Tuesday, so hopefully by then I'll have a better idea.
I know who
Yes.
you're talking to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to find
So
it.
there it is.
Kieran-
Yeah.
The Disappearing Woman.
Woman.
Emily
Yes.
Efford,
That's
Catherine
right.
Lloyd, and
That's right.
Kieran Chiaroni. Chiaroni?
Yeah.
Let's go for that. Yeah.
So
The Disappearing Woman.
Yeah.
Catherine is the threadwork artist, Emily is the jeweller, and Karen is the set designer and curator. How fascinating.
So that's going to be
Ooh.
super cool.
That looks really cool.
And I lots of very different but really awesome stuff.
And will it change over time, or once it's installed, it stays in?
I think once it's installed, it's there because it's kind of telling a mysterious story.
Yeah.
So that's 26th June to 5th of September.
I feel like we should
Again,
talk to them.
A super action-packed winter.
It's
Yeah.
very cool. And there will be definitely public programs. So there's going to be some cool workshops and stuff.
Yeah, because
people
it's meant to be a Victorian parlour, right?
Yes.
Of where women used to do
That's
needlework
right.
and make things.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's really good. So come and have a look.
exciting.
It's good stuff going on.
Jane's outside.
Oh,
Shall I put some music on?
Let's.
I think that's possible now. Let me
Yes.
just turn Facebook off.
okay.
And you'll need to turn up the
Yes.
aux channel.
Yes.
Okay. And which one do you like me to play?
I would like you to play. What would I like you to play? I can't
You don't
remember what I
need-
put
you
on
stay
it now.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, do I
Stay.
go? Do I stay?
It sounded a bit threatening, didn't it?
Stay.
Stay.
Stay, dog.
You stay. Let's put on Rocksteady, Aretha. Bit of
Okay.
Aretha
Oh, I
with
like
Frank
a bit of
Lowe.
Aretha. Are we all good to go?
Yes.
All right.
Rock steady, baby. That's what I feel now. Let's call the song exactly what it is. Step and move your hips with a feeling from side to side. Sit yourself down in your car and take a ride. And while you're moving, rock steady, baby. Let's call this song exactly what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. It's a funky and low I'm feeling. What it is. In my hips from left to right. What it is I might be doing. What it is. This funky dance all night long. Let me hands up in the air. That feeling ain't got a care. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Step and move your hips with a feeling from side to side. Sit yourself down in your car and take a ride. While you're moving, rock steady, rock steady. Let's call this song exactly what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. It's a funky and low down feeling. What it is. In the hips from left to right. What it is. What it is I might be doing. What it is. This funky dance all night long. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady. Rock steady.
You're not all of them are lit up,
Oh,
love.
there I go. Sorry. I was
okay.
just saying, I was talking with Jane, who's just arrived in the studio, about upcoming films, especially Vigil, coming to the film
Katie's
festival.
very
It's
excited about that.
Very exciting.
As I
very
am.
Exciting. We all are.
Sorry, I'm eating a lot.
That's okay. And that was Aretha, and we're all rock steady tonight.
God, aren't we? She's
Yes.
great, isn't she?
Yes.
Are all the lights on, lovey?
Yes.
Great. Okay, I'll stop talking. Welcome, Jane.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be here.
Always a pleasure. Look at this,
Yeah.
4 kick-ass women in the room. Totally counting myself in here. Now, Jane, we had you on a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was probably February to talk about the launch of Sunset Cinema for
That's right.
2021.
That's right.
And we got very animated about films in general, didn't we? Talked all about
We did.
top 10 films,
Yes.
genres. Yeah, that really got the old sparks flying, didn't
Yes,
it?
Yeah.
but little did I know, at the same time that you were talking so coherently about Sunset Cinema, you were also in the midst of organising this next fabulous thing.
I was, but
Weren't you? Yes.
I was very quietly in the background, desperately wanting to tell people, but holding
Oh,
back.
you did so well.
Yeah. But yes, I've with support, because it takes a village to put on a film festival. But with loads of support, I've curated a Wairarapa Film Festival.
Yeah,
We're
brilliant.
so excited
you.
for you. It's incredible.
Thanks. It is deeply exciting, and it's
really
something
is.
that I've been thinking about for a couple of years. And it was really when I moved back to, I was born here in Masterton, went away, came back, and started inviting filmmakers to the Wairarapa to talk to audiences as part of the New Zealand International Film Festival. And I could see that it had a huge following. That particular film festival had been coming here and screening at Regent 3 cinemas for over 40 years. And I think it's 44 years this year,
Gosh.
which is
Oh.
remarkable.
That is amazing.
So, yeah, such a rich history there. But I noted that there weren't really the filmmakers coming to engage with the audience to talk about their films and their projects and all the creative processes, but just all those really insightful stories that go into the making of a film or the subject of a film. So I had, down at the University of Otago, I'd been doing my MA, and at the same time I was working for Rialto Cinemas and volunteering for Critic magazine, and I was writing up lots of reviews of old classic films but also contemporary films. And I came to know the former director of the New Zealand International Film Festival, the lovely, amazing Bill Gosden.
Yeah.
And
We miss
so-
him, Bill. We miss Bill.
miss him terribly, and he really is my big inspiration for this, because in the main centres he was curating what they called the Autumn Festival, and it was like a precursor to the main event in winter, and it was a collection of sort of classic films that were amazing, like in their genre. I remember seeing Stop Making Sense at the Regent in Dunedin, and the place, the roof just went off. It was incredible. And westerns with Marilyn Monroe, and it was just this amazing thing to be part of for about 5 days. So I started putting sort of ideas together, and I said to Bill, would you support me to start bringing filmmakers to the Wairarapa? And he said, yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, so it kind of started from there. And when I had the filmmakers coming to visit, it was usually maybe 2 at the New Zealand International Film Festival, and then I contacted Heidi Holbrook at the Kokomo Festival at the time, and that was in 2017. And I said, can I partner with you and bring down my friend Christian Nicholson, who had just made, his big claim is he'd made the biggest low budget science fiction film ever.
Right.
What a great claim.
I know, and it's true. And he was winning all these international awards.
Yeah.
And I met him on campus in Dunedin, and he was dressed in a full space suit.
Wow.
With a big placard
What
saying,
a dude.
Yeah,
You'd love him.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
yeah, and he is awesome. And then I said, well, actually, I'm the person that's going to be introducing you to the audience later tonight, so really good to meet you and see you later. And I got to the cinema, and in a space of 15 minutes, he'd emptied out his van, parked outside Rialto Cinemas, which is like a very small, narrow street. And there was this huge van full of tinfoil and bubble wrap and robots and space guns that had been made out of old recycled egg beaters.
Wow.
And within 15 minutes, he had transformed the entrance of Cinema 2 to look like you were walking into a spaceship. And I just thought,
genius.
I love this man. I love his passion for his audience,
Yeah.
and I'm going to bring him to the Wairarapa, and we're going to recreate that.
Yeah.
So we did in 2017. But there's even more reason to bring him back, because little did I know at the time that he had actually come down to the South Wairarapa and shot scenes at Tora and at the pinnacles, and recreated it to look like you were on another planet.
Yeah.
And I wanted to explore that a bit further with him, and so he's coming to be part of this festival, and we're going to screen it at Circus Cinema in Martinborough, because I think it belongs there now.
Yeah.
And he's also going to do an art exhibition at the same time. Gosh. And he's got these amazing landscapes, and he's doing ones specifically of South Wairarapa as well for this art exhibition.
Yeah.
So that's kind of included in the film festival too. There's all these sort of
brilliant
springboard events that are going to happen alongside the film screenings themselves.
Wow, that's tremendous. And I mean, it's been in gestation for a long time, but did the programme suddenly, did it kind of fall into place kind of quite quickly? Was there a moment where you thought, oh, I've nailed it, I've cracked it?
Yeah, it sort of just happened. And I think July last year was when I started having conversations with Ngā Sound and Vision, the National Film Archive, and with the New Zealand Film Commission, and that was around screening rights and ownership, and being able to show particular films that somehow had a connection to the Wairarapa. So those conversations were sort of happening in the background, and they were just really positive, easy conversations. There weren't any barriers in the way to actually curating this. So my contact at Ngā Sound and Vision, they have basically gifted a film that was made in 1940, and it stars Ramai Te Miha, who married Rudolf Hayward, the filmmaker, and became what is widely known as the pioneering widely regarded as the pioneering filmmakers of New Zealand film. So Ramai is the lead actress. She still has whānau living here in the Wairarapa. She lived into her 90s and was born in Puranawa, grew up in Martinborough before actually moving up to Auckland, where she had her own photographic studio.
Wow.
And she's an amazing woman. And the story goes that Rudolf Hayward had heard about her and her photographic abilities, thought she would be perfect to be part of this film, and was strongly considering her for the lead role. So he made the first Rewi's Last Stand in 1925 as a silent film, but wanted to remake it as a talkie. And went in to see Ramai, and she just thought, who is this man? And actually sort of thought, I'm going to test him. And the story goes, legend goes, she actually poured a bowl of porridge over his head and told him to get out. And he actually really sort of politely I'm really sorry to have offended you, and left. And she thought, well, if he can put up with that, I'll be in his film. So,
the porridge test.
Yeah, the
I might
porridge
try
test.
this.
It's a new benchmark for us all.
And there's just so many great stories that surround this film. And in the 1980s, a really cool man, our friend Lawrence Whariro, was one of the earliest presenters of Koha, which was a television series that for the very first time was all about Māori presenting their own stories. And he had heard about Ramai and had tracked her down, and they revisited her old family home in Martinborough, and he fell in love with her through the process of interviewing her and getting to know her. He just said to me, because I've recently interviewed him, and he just said, look, Jane, I'm just going to put it out there, I fell in love with her, this amazing, vivacious, full of life, full of story, full of energy. And he just said, look, I'll give you an example. Halfway through the interview, we turned a corner and she spotted an apricot tree that she used to climb as a child, and she just spontaneously, in her 70s, climbed up to the very top of the apricot tree and proceeded to carry on the interview.
Wow.
And he just thought, I'm in love.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to come and introduce this film to the audience at Regent 3 Cinemas, and he stayed in contact with her and formed a very close, very personal relationship with her, which he's going to actually share. He's got all these wonderful stories about her, and just her remarkable contribution to film. And Rewi's Last Stand was the first New Zealand film to ever be televised as well. So there's many things that make this film historically significant.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my earliest film, dating 1940, and which is a wonderful gift from Ngā Tauna. And then it was also the process of them going to the New Zealand Film Commission and saying, okay, so I want to curate this film, and it's all got to be connected to the Wairarapa. It needs to be people that were born here or people that have come and told stories about people from here. And just all the connections started falling into place. The film community is just humbled. I felt so humbled by them because of how generous everyone has been with their time, with allowing me to screen these films and share them with the audience, but also wanting to be here as well, to meet and talk with everybody and share all those little insights as well. So we've got a couple of films from Vincent Ward, who of course was born in Greytown and grew up on a farm, very rural upbringing, very isolated, and Vince has got an older brother and sister that still live here in Masterton, and they were away at boarding school, so throughout his childhood he spent a lot of time alone, but being creative in that space and coming up with these imaginary worlds as part of his day-to-day reality. So one thing led to another, and I was trying to track down Vincent Ward, and I went to his website, and there was kind of an invitation to send like he called it, like just try me through snail mail. So I wrote him a handwritten love letter. And I sent it in a card just before Christmas, and I sort of just waited. And then
hopeful.
I know. I just hopeful. Come on, Vincent.
Don't break my heart.
Yeah. And I wasn't really sure where he was, but a couple of weeks later I saw that he was actually in the middle of filming in the Ukraine, and there was footage of him on a news show, and there's snow and people with masks for COVID, and I just thought, okay, he's going to be tied up for a while. But about 3 months later, his personal assistant had just gone to clear his mailbox, and she rang me. She actually rang my mobile and said, I just love what you've done, and I need to talk to Vincent today. So if there's one thing that you would like to ask him for, what would that one thing be? And I said, I just really want his blessing. I just really want him to know that I'm doing this, and I can get the films through the film commission, but I just really want him to know that this is what I'm doing and the reasons why I'm doing that. Like, the whole kaupapa is about celebrating film and filmmakers from this region. And he just wrote back to me and started to have this lovely conversation with me about and thanking me for my thoughtfulness. And I was just, again, as I say, humbled by that approach as well. He was thanking me for the care that I was giving his films.
You do take extraordinary care. It's incredible. And I think the reaction that you've had from all these filmmakers is a testament to how you do business. I think
It really is.
just really incredible.
That's
and
kind.
I think people have got such a lot to learn from just how the respect and the araha that you bring to your projects. It's just really moving, actually, really moving. I could listen to you all day.
Me
Carry
too.
on.
Very, very kind, Lucy. Thank you so much. One thing led to another, and next minute, about 2 weeks ago, I'm in here with Michael Wilson, and Vincent is calling from the Ukraine. And,
Full body chills.
I know. I was scared, but he was so sweet. And so we spent about probably the first maybe 10-15 minutes talking about what we were going to talk about in terms of, we wanted really to make sure that we were going to offer an insight into what life was like in the Wairarapa for his generation growing up, and what that rural sort of isolation can do for your creativity. I know Vincent's own parents had no idea that he had this within him. I've heard his mother in an interview say, we knew he was really good at painting and drawing things, but we had no idea where this was going to lead to. And I don't know if Vincent did either. And when he set out to actually make Vigil, he'd made a couple of documentaries, had done an adaptation of Janet Frame's State of Siege, and made a couple of remarkable documentaries, I have to say. In the spring, One Plants Alone. If you ever get a chance to look that up, please do. It's just a remarkable piece of filmmaking. But I'll come back to that another time, I think. I'll do a Vincent Ward special.
Yes.
And, but he really was reflecting on his own childhood. The Vigil is very much, I wouldn't say autobiographical, but there are elements of the little girl, the lead actress, that are about him and his life and his personality. In the same way, he always wanted his characters to be relatable. So there's a part of him in the mother as well. There's a relatable moment to how she was feeling about being the farm housewife. And there was that relatability around the dad as a hunter as well, and trying to do the right thing for the family. So he was very much influenced by his environment, like the cliffs out there and the valleys and the hills and that feeling of being surrounded by that. So he said to me when he started out, he had lots of images, and he built the film around this collection of images. And I said, well, tell me about that scene where there's a set of shearing shears that just come to life, and it's really terrifying. And I said, tell me about that. And he just said, he said, I was hanging out on the family farm, and I had long hair at the time and maybe a little bit cocky, and a couple of the shearing gang had actually chased him with the shears and said, we're going to get you, Vinny. And I said, are you kidding me? That happened to you? And he said, yeah. So that's what created that scene in the film. It was my life mixed in with the images, mixed in with the fantasy, mixed in with the reality of somebody actually, I don't think they were going to go through with it, but it was terrifying. So it was fascinating to talk to him and to get all of these wonderful insights from him, but also talk about the fact Martinborough didn't have grapes in the 1970s. It was an entirely different place to live, and we really were trying to paint a picture for the listeners about what life was like then compared to how we experience South Wairarapa now. So all of these interviews have been put into podcasts, which are on they're in two places at the moment. One is on the Era FM website under my Film Talks page, but also they're under the Y Film Fest page as well. Awesome. So there's a dedicated website where you can access, and we wanted them to be there so that people, if you're curious about a film or want some sort of background knowledge before you come and see it again, particularly like the historical connections to them and cultural connections and the aesthetic significance of them, all those little insights are there to actually guide you into the film.
That's great. And I'm just looking at the programme. Does it kind of happen in 3 chunks?
It does.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. So like then the rest of the year we've got stuff to look forward to, which is so exciting. I'm just got to go and let some guests in. But maybe could you talk to us about how you've chunked it up? And
absolutely.
Oh my God, this is also exciting. I don't want to go. Hang on.
That sort of happened organically as well. I mean, I love festivals for the variety that they bring. But sometimes it can be extremely difficult to actually plan it when there's about 3 things on at the same time.
Yeah.
And you've got to make that hard call. Yep. So one of the reasons why I actually spread it throughout the year is because I didn't want to have competing audiences in the different districts. Yeah. So it started with the Masterton program being in autumn. Yep. So I worked really hard, I was going to say, with my wonderful designer Walter Visler. From Printcraft and Design Hive, who has been my absolute rock, I have to say, throughout this whole process, because I always have these visions of how I want things to be, and Walter has this amazing ability to bring that to life for me. So I said I wanted this to be about connecting with the Wairarapa and, that sort of dominant background that we all have. The mountains are always our reference point. It's always my reference point growing up. I always look westerly in my house, and that's what I start the day looking at. So I knew that was really important and significant for this. But also I wanted it to start in autumn. So we've got the autumnal colours here, but when it moves to July, to Carterton in July, it's part of the Carterton Winter Festival. So it's all in gradients of blue. Nice. And then when we move to Martinborough in spring, it's all in gradients of green. So on the website, you can actually look at the different tabs and look at the different programs and screenings, and it's all seasonal. And it moves with the seasons. And what I've scheduled to happen in Carterton is entirely related to Carterton. So the feature film was partially shot in Carterton. It stars a goat from Carterton.
Which one's that?
2 Idiots and a Tin Whistle.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That looked like a lot of fun.
So I'll tell you a bit about this because the wonderful Eli Hill used to be the editor of the Wairarapa Midweek, and he was a reporter for the Times Age.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. Love
man.
Eli, and I got to know him when I was working at Whaiora. I used to be the communications and marketing coordinator, and I used to invite journalists from the Midweek and the Times Age to come in and help us to tell our stories to the community, and it was all around health messaging and staying well at particular times. And he wrote a brilliant story about taking care of your heart health and demystifying heart checks, and he also wrote a brilliant story about Te Whare Tapa Whā, which is a model of health around Māori health. And so I kept in contact with him, and I started to notice these little sort of ads coming into the Times Age, does anyone have a goat for a film? And I contacted Eli, what is going on? He goes, I'm making a film with my friend Jason Ellis, and 12 people responded with their goat.
Brilliant.
And then there was this call out, does anyone want, I need extras, is anyone available this weekend? So it turned into quite a Carterton crew.
Yeah.
And also then it was utilising people's land and
a very
landscapes.
fetching goat. I see you've
did write
noted in
that,
the noted in the program.
Very fetching goat.
Fetching goat. Brilliant.
And so it was very much a Carterton community story. So I felt that film deserved to have a Wairarapa premiere. I'm talking red carpet.
Oh,
There's a rumour the goat might be coming as well.
Yes.
And
I'll hold the shovel for
at
the
the
goat.
event
at
centre.
the Carterton Event Centre, and it's all part of the winter festival.
So we get the skate rink out and the ice rink and stuff.
Brilliant.
So we thought it was just the perfect time.
2 idiots.
Hence why I've got the Carterton programming happening in winter.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then there was also Pippi, who is on the Sunset Cinema Committee with me. She was part of this amazing short film called The Grocer's Apprentice, which is loosely based around The Sorcerer's Apprentice. And she was involved for at least an entire year of filming in the weekends outside of shop hours, going into a dairy and creating an animated version of The Sorcerer's Apprentice in a grocery shop.
Wow.
And the story is so good and so amazing, and so many talented people were involved in this. And the director just happens to be a man who went to Rathkill College. So the connections were all there as well. So I thought, okay, this is the perfect time to have that, because Pippi lives in Carterton.
Yeah.
She's part of Sunset Cinema in Carterton, so there's that connection. And then I was also wanting to involve the creators behind Life Swap.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Stefan. Yes,
Stefan
and
William.
Yeah.
Yes, because we often screen episodes of Life Swap as our short before the feature at Sunset Cinema.
Neat.
And the audience love it.
Yeah.
They absolutely have followed all those episodes. So that's going to be what I've called my triple bill.
Yeah.
Triple bill red carpet event. And
We're totally going to that.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, it's a fun night. It's going to be such
Yeah.
a fun night, and because there were so many local Carterton extras involved as well,
Yes.
we just
It'll be
really
a
want to
big
have it
party.
there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, go.
The Wairarapa connection with the singing trophy? Is
It was filmed.
deer
on
that was shot?
I know. It was filmed on location at the Kahutara Taxidermy Museum.
I've always wanted to go there.
I've never been. Is it still going?
Yes.
We should go.
Still going.
There's so many things I say we should go. Honestly, we'd never be home if we did it all.
So much to do and
That's
see.
very interesting to know.
So-
That's one of my faves.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Grant LaHood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the
Lucy, come on,
yes,
spit it out.
remember when I did Pecha Kucha? He was one of my speakers.
Yes.
No
yes, I
way.
remember him being very charismatic.
Yeah.
And we had a good chat.
cool.
Yeah. So I'd like to say I know him, but I don't. He won't remember me. But anyway, he was very cool.
It makes you feel connected, and
It
that's
does
what
make
matters.
me feel good. Is it that obvious that I'm missing a sense of connection?
I think
What
it's
I love
great the way
about-
it's spaced, though. Because
Yeah, it's
when
so
you go to a
clever.
festival, it's very taxing. Like when you go to... Well, it is,
Yeah,
though. And,
yeah.
like, having to
Yeah.
choose and
Yes.
to, like, go, oh, I can't see that because
and
it's...
I know.
it is hard.
So,
But the actual time, like, once I did 5 films in a row and I should have been at university lecture. Sorry,
Whoa.
parents.
Oh, nice. I
And
used to
it's
go down the
like
pub.
amazing, but it's tiring.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
really glad you like it because it's unusual.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
Thank
It's
you.
But it should be a great model as well. And also, is it more sustainable for you as an organizer? I know there must be a lot of,
it must
but
be.
you know, you can get your funding kind of. Do you need it all at once? Or?
Yeah, I know. Well, I
Well,
mean,
then you have a test run, don't you? You've got your Masterton
I've
test
got
run and
Masterton
then
happening,
you can
and
tweak it for...
That's kind of the beginning, so it's a mixture of everything. It's
Yeah.
a mixture of films from across the Wairarapa.
Yeah.
But then when I started to evolve it into Circus Cinema in Martinborough, one of the big drivers around that as well was I'm always listening to, I'm always reading and listening out for local film that has done well. And I'm all about wanting to celebrate that in some way. So I'd become aware of a Martinborough-based filmmaker, Celia Jaspers. Do you know her?
Yes, I
yeah.
do.
Yeah, Celia.
She knows everyone.
She's wonderful. And I had read that Celia had, her
Lockdown,
family had
yeah.
won the best family film in the Lockdown 48-hour film festival,
right.
and
Her little-
and I
her
just thought,
daughter.
gee, that needs celebrating.
Yeah.
And I love it. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
And then getting to know Celia as well through the process of curating this film festival, I came to understand as well that after getting that win, it gave her the confidence to then write and direct her next short film, which is currently doing the rounds of all the short film competitions internationally. Milk. And it's winning all these awards. It is really, really doing so well. And it's beautiful. It's a film about kindness. And it was very much a Martinborough community, everyone getting in and getting involved and being generous and kind.
Yeah.
And so I said to Celia, when does this film become free? And she said October. And I said, okay, well then that's when we're going to have the program.
Brilliant.
You know, so that can have its premiere, so that it can be seen by the community.
Yeah.
And so the whole program became around that.
Yes.
And then me sourcing, like everything that's being shown at Circus Cinema in Martinborough is entirely South Wairarapa connected.
Wow.
How exciting
That
is
is
that?
such
really
a feat.
cool.
There's a whole 5 days.
Yeah.
And there's also Christian's art exhibition happening
Yeah.
alongside that as well.
I think you need to meet Christian, Becky.
Sounds
So you
awesome,
could do a
doesn't he?
star...
Yes.
Space.
Extravaganza.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Imagine if he came out with you on a stargazing night.
That'd be amazing.
And
Sit
like...
through a bush, just kind of like the rain with a gun.
With an egg beater.
When he arrived
amazing.
for the Kokomai Festival in 2017, I'd sort of been saying to him, "You gotta load up the van."
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
realise
yes.
to say. He was like, "Oh, okay." So I got to the region, and there was these robots that people were having selfie with, and he sort of handed me a spacesuit, and I was like,
Put it
okay.
on.
Okay.
And there I was greeting all the people coming in with their tickets, and I was standing there and they were going across the bubble wrap for that extra experience. And then I was like
that's what
firing
you
the
used
gun
it
at
for.
everybody. And it was one of those films that has such a cool story. And I mean, I won't tell all of it because Christian tells it so well, but for 5 years, through total goodwill, people gave up their time and energy and locations to create this film. And with making of all the weapons and the costumes and everything, him and his mates just used to go around all the skip bins and recycling bins and pull out all those old egg beaters and like fashion all of these amazing sort of outer world and outer space guns.
Yeah.
He's actually created posters about them all, and they've all got names. So like, it's that kind of detail
Yeah,
to
yeah.
everything.
He's created a whole world.
He has, the Boulderverse, he calls it. You can check out his website. Just the film's called This Giant Papier-Mâché Boulder is actually really heavy.
It's an acronym, that is
What kind of acronym's that?
Yeah.
Giant-
Website.
So Boulder for short,
Yeah.
but it's a dedicated website, and it actually
Oh,
tells
it
you
is.
about
Oh my
that's it,
goodness.
the entire Boulderverse.
I like it. I like
love
it a lot.
it. I
think this appeals to me enormously, and we must. Oh yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't turn the computer around because it seems to be plugged into many
That's
things.
okay. I'll put it up here.
And the website is
come
tremendous.
Round, camera. Come round to me. Which one are you in? Oh, you're in this one. There.
You found it?
We're
Oh,
in
good,
this
good on you.
Look, the giant.
Oh yes, look,
I
she's
know.
got great teeth. Oh yeah, everybody has to
Papier-mâché.
check out the website. Just start typing in this giant papier-mâché, and basically how the
There
algorithm
it
goes.
is.
Well, there ain't anything else called that, so I'm going to take you straight to the website.
Wow. Winner Best Comedy, Boston Sci-Fi Festival, London Sci-Fi Festival, Miami Sci-Fi Festival.
Oh man, there's so
it's the
much
film
to
that
enjoy.
just keeps on giving.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I
That looks fun.
it is so much fun, and he's fun, and everything about this film is fun.
Yeah.
And I had the absolute privilege of editing. I was the script doctor for the follow-up feature, which is currently sitting waiting for funding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Meanwhile, little girl waits. But I got to help be part of the sequel. I was the script doctor that actually sort of put it into the right formats and gave ideas and suggestions that went off to get its original test script.
wow.
Is it another
Yeah.
sci-fi?
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
But it's another sci-fi one. It's
It is another sci-fi,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's kind of a cross between Monty Python humour, Austin Powers, lots of parodies.
Yeah.
It's a huge homage to all great and not just great, but the B-grade science fiction films as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's really
Sounds so cool.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
lots of fun.
I am so excited about this.
What
and
about, it reminds me of Galaxy Quest.
It
You know
does.
Yeah,
Galaxy
yeah.
Quest?
Yeah.
I love
Yes,
Galaxy
yes,
Quest.
Yeah.
what I also love about the fact that it's over 3 chunks is we can have you back on.
Oh, yeah.
To talk
and
about
we've got-
Carterton and to talk
Yeah.
about Martinborough
Yeah, would that
as
be
well.
all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've
I
also
love
been
talking
cooking
what
up
we
some
do
other
in the
ideas,
shadows.
haven't we?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we need a coffee.
We need a
We need a
coffee.
coffee.
We need a coffee.
I'd-
Okay, good.
I am so about the coffee right now.
You must be needing some sleep as well, mate. I tell you.
So where can people get the
beautiful
there's a beautifully
program.
produced program.
Yeah, Printcraft and Design Hive.
They've
They
come
were
to the party,
wonderful
for
people.
sure.
They do a great job.
Yeah. So they're all at libraries.
They're at a cafe, a library near you. They're
Yep.
at Regent 3 Cinemas. I'm constantly driving around at the moment restocking. They're
Awesome.
in information centres as well.
Cool.
And just got to say, another really beautiful part of this too was involvement from Gareth Winter
Yes.
and the archives and the Wairarapa Times Age. So starting yesterday, Gareth Winter has written in support of this film festival and me, because he's such a great guy, he's such a lovely friend, but he's written a series of 5 articles about the history of cinema and cinema going in the Wairarapa.
Wow.
And we're starting with Masterton, and so the first full page article was published in the Wairarapa Times Age yesterday.
I did see that.
Yeah, before the silver screen. So
Yes.
it was talking about that. It had that amazing view of Queen Street where the Opera House was and the old wooden buildings that had the original Empire Hotel. And then this amazing photograph of a play where everyone was on roller skates. So he was talking about all the different types of entertainment that was available to early settlers, early Pākehā settlers here around 1880. And then he sort of has this, in the last paragraph, this nod to something was about to come and entertainment was going to change forever. And it moves into the very first cinema that was ever built in Masterton, and it talks about the history of that. It talks about the very first feature film ever filmed here in the Wairarapa as well, and A Star Is Born from a local lead actress, and there's just so much to it, and it goes up to the present day, talking about the cinemas. And then I'm publishing sort of the abridged interviews that I did with all the filmmakers as well. So that's leading up. So that's going to be a daily thing every day leading up, and including the Masterton Film Festival.
I'm thanking my lucky stars. I'm a subscriber.
Yeah. Oh, good on you. Awesome.
Masterton District Library as well, huge shout out to them, because they have created a display within the library that's available from tomorrow of a whole lot of New Zealand film books, and
Nice.
also some old images of the original cinemas. And at the old archive building on Queen Street from tomorrow, there'll be a display as well, a whole lot of old archival images of the very first projectors, the State Cinema, Regent Cinema as well, and it's bringing back
Such
so many
a romance,
cool memories,
isn't it?
Yeah.
The old style.
And you've managed to bring it. I love
All
the fact
to
that it's
life.
not just about film. You're bringing it to text, audio, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Really weaving this story for us. It's
Is the
incredible.
South Wairarapa Libraries coming to the party when it moves
Yes,
down the
yes,
valley?
they have said yes. We
Good.
will display and
Good.
and curate books around that. So
Good.
they're really excited about that.
Awesome.
Actually,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well
yeah.
done. We've got 2 other guests sitting in the wing. But, I don't want to lose either of you, but shortage of chairs.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You'll be back on in
Yes,
another
2 months.
2
yeah.
months.
Yeah.
We're going to we're going to be having a coffee, and you're going to be back on before it moves to the next town.
That would be great.
But thank you
Thank
so
you
much
both
to both of you. Thank you,
very
Becky,
much.
for
Thank
the
you.
work you're doing at Aratoy and your stars, fabulous. And to you, Jane.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
both of you make me very happy.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy this winter.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be very social.
Thank you so much.
I thought we've got Mitch Dean
Yes.
in the wings, and we've also got Nikki King. So I was thinking, given that Mitch is going to be coming on to talk about Stevie Nicks, should we play that?
Sure.
Awesome. So thank you.
Thank
will just press play on something. Is it all good to go?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
This is Stop Dragging My Heart Around. It's a collaboration with the wonderful and super delightful, forgotten his name.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, thank you.
Okay.
From the
Awesome.
Travelling Wilburys.
I'm pressing play right now. Okay.
Baby, you go knocking on my front
Bit of Stevie.
Such a smooth fade out. That was like RNZ standards there,
Was
Katie.
it?
Well done.
Thank you.
So look, we've had a complete turn around. What we've done is we've taken off the the fake skin off Becky.
His shed.
And
And the beautiful
And we've
Mitch is
created-
revealed.
that's
And Nikki
and Nick
alive,
oh my
like
gosh.
rising from the ashes.
Yes, you have. And I know we've seen you so often recently.
I know.
And we've
I
gone
mean,
through
I
a
was
lot
just.
of your wardrobe now. So this is
I went, I had to go out and buy a new top. I did, yeah. I was like, I'm going to be on this headshot thing. I need a new top.
Oh,
yeah. It's a good colour for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
my
my husband chose this.
Did he?
He did. He said,
Was
you
he
should
making
try
up
that
for
his pencil comment?
I think so. Oh, yeah. I didn't tell him I told you that.
Right now, everybody knows. Sorry, Pete. I haven't met you, but I know all about you.
Yeah, and the pencil comment. So we've got the fabulous Mitch Dean. Mitch Deans.
Yay.
Mitch Dean, yep.
Mitch
that's
Dean.
me.
Mitch Dean. I just like your name. It's like poetry, percussive, percussive,
a
which is
country
good.
star.
And would you mind, just because we've seen you so often, Nikki, I'm going to start with.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just listen.
Is that all right?
I'm absolutely fine with
chip
that.
in at any time.
Do you know, I've been good at listening over the last 24 hours.
Oh, I know. You must be tired, aren't you?
I was yesterday.
Yeah, because Nikki's been doing auditions for Talent Wairarapa. Katie
Yes.
and I were a judge.
It
Let
was
me
such
tell
a
you.
wonderful experience, but we'll talk about that
Yes,
in a
we will, yes,
memento.
sorry.
We'll let Mitch go. Uno
No,
momento.
it's all good.
Mitch,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Now tell us a bit about you first.
Right.
Before we hit the music, because you've been we've been emailing
We have.
each other. Don't
We
want to
have.
make you sound
For
like
a
a
while
stalker
now.
there, but you're a quantity surveyor.
By day, that's
By
right.
day.
Musician by night.
Gosh, look at that.
What
So
contrast.
Yeah.
I used to work
Yeah.
for a quantity surveyor, so
Did
maybe
you?
we'll have a little talk about that later.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
could you tell me what one is? Do you know? I don't really, honest to God, I don't know what a quantity surveyor does.
They're very useful. It's actually a
Mitch,
really
you've been
useful
validated.
For a
profession.
building company, very
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
yeah.
do you do?
So I do all the tendering for a building company.
Got it.
You
here in
could ask
Masterton.
Mitch the cost of
Oh,
something, and he'd tell you off the top of his head.
Yeah.
got it. I see. So Frank, you know all the bits and pieces.
But what I would do is I'd go to 5 different people
Yeah, work
and get
out
the
the
best
price.
price
Yeah.
Got it.
before I told you the price.
Yeah.
Thorough.
So
Thorough.
that's
Just
what I
look him up
do.
on
That's the
Google.
important bit that I missed. You just pull a figure out of the air.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
$400 for a screw.
Really?
If you're lucky.
Jeez.
If you're lucky.
Honestly, it's been a bit
Oh my
fruity.
God, we've had a lot of double
we
entendres
We
this
have had a
evening.
lot, so
Oh,
I do.
dear.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
It's not like this every month.
No, it's okay.
It's kind of on and off, you know.
Stop it.
So you're a quantity surveyor by day for a particular firm, or do you work for yourself and you?
No, I work for MB Brown Limited,
Oh right. What do they do?
Namatawa Road.
Oh, okay. Builders.
Builders.
Builders. Got it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So-
Awesome.
That's one side of my life,
Right.
and the
what's
other.
your band? You're in a band? Or a
Yeah,
music-
yeah.
You're in
So
this
I'm
band?
I'm part of the Stevie Nicks showcase.
Are you Stevie Nicks?
No, no, I'm not.
I want to get the hard
Unfortunately,
questions out the way first, Mitch.
don't look very good in a dress. But yeah, we've been together 3 years.
Right.
We're an 8-piece band, showcasing all of Stevie's hits over the years.
Yeah.
And this time round we've introduced Greg White, and he's got his own Tom Petty tribute show. So we've brought him in as our Tom Petty.
So I chose a good
You
song.
chose the right
Because
song.
that's my favourite song
There
of
you
Stevie
go.
Nicks, because I love
So-
Tom
He is
Petty.
amazing with the music. I tell
I'm
you what.
so thrilled.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a bit of a tour on at the moment, going around the Lower North Island. We
Yeah.
played in Napier last night.
How was it?
Good.
Full house?
Not quite.
You'll get
Not
there.
quite. But pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. And yeah, so our Tom Petty, he's like the real deal.
Right.
And our Stevie Nicks is also like the real deal. She's channeled years and years of getting her voice right, and it's just like the real thing.
Wow.
And I think that's what separates us from the rest of the tributes around
Yeah.
that are trying to do Fleetwood Mac. And,
Yeah.
we're the genuine real deal. Yeah, and the same with the Tom Petty. So we break that up with 5 or 6 Tom Petty songs, and the crowd just love it.
Yeah.
If anything, in Napier they actually love the Tom Petty stuff more.
Right.
Last
He was
night,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Got a few travelling Wilburys out the back, have you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, how do did you settle on Stevie Nicks to kind of, celebrate in this way?
Well, how did I get into it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's quite specific.
It is. It is. So,
I wondered how you ended up there.
I mean, I moved to the Wairarapa 5 years ago.
Right, where from?
I came down from Tauranga.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, and it just Facebook post popped up on the Wellington music page and looking for some people to start a band, and so we went and did a few rehearsals, and it's a bit of a long hike every week, but that's all right.
Yeah.
And just started playing, and we've had about 20 different people over the last 3 years, but we've finally got it sorted.
Settled on the 8, the fabulous 8.
The fabulous 8.
Yeah.
We've got some
And what do you play?
keyboards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we played at the event centre a couple of years ago, and that was really well received. And I put it out on my work email, convincing people to have their work parties there. So that was cool. Gave them all a bit of a shout out on stage.
Oh, nice.
That was good. And built a bit of a relationship with Jenny. And,
Friend of the show, lovely
Yep.
Jenny
Show.
Hall. She
Yep,
comes
seen
and
her on
tells
here
us
a bit.
what's on.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
so-
very good at connecting people. Very efficient.
Very
Yeah.
efficient.
Which is good for an events manager, I guess.
Yeah, she's great. And Simon and Dave and all the rest of them down there.
Yeah.
They're great.
It's a nice
So
crowd, isn't it?
yeah.
Everybody's so friendly at the event centre, eh?
It's just Carterton, I think.
Yeah, Calterton in general is nice, yeah.
It's good. So we're coming back. There's our poster. Whatever that.
That's lovely. We never know where the cameras are pointing, so just stand there for a while.
Here-
and eventually you'll get picked.
It's actually on me at the moment. Just pass me the poster.
The minute you get it,
It just
I'll
seems
turn
to
round.
love me. I just don't know why. Do you see?
And also,
There you go.
it goes beautifully with your
Gold
hair.
dust woman. I am
It does
a bit of a gold
actually.
dust woman at the moment. Now, there she is. And what date is it? Saturday, June the 26th.
26th.
Yeah.
Yep.
And where can people get tickets?
Ticketek, I believe.
Ticketek, yeah.
Yep. Looking at that.
And you've got a website?
Golddustwoman.co.nz. Yep.
Do you play any... is this your... when you play music, this is what you focus on? Or have you got other bands that you're in?
Oh, I do a lot of acoustic stuff on guitar,
Oh, okay.
and with some of our old members of the band too.
Yeah.
We sort of
So they're
get
not
together
cast
and
out
jam.
entirely.
No,
It's not like the drummer exploded or anything.
no,
Yeah.
died of an overdose or anything like that. But no, we quite often get together and
Sort
jam.
of true. That was funny because it's awful, but
No, it is awful.
a tribute band could take it to that whole extra level, eh?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
sure some of them do.
Yeah.
I haven't got the energy.
No, you're too busy quantity surveying.
Straight to bed with a hot chocolate after a gig.
God, I got home at 2 a.m. this morning. It was.
Oh, you'll be feeling...
We went to drove up to the gig yesterday.
Sorry, we've got some music coming out of
There you go.
Katie's phone.
Oh dear. Whoops. Sorry. Please
Carry on.
continue.
Drove up to the gig yesterday
In Napier.
in Napier,
Oh,
and not quite at that level where people can chauffeur us around yet.
I used to
That's
drive a band bus. It was wonderful.
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
you've had so many lives, honestly.
What fun.
There you go.
What fun.
So, and then you had to return and turn
To
back
Drive
around.
yourself
Well, there
and
was
all
a
your gear.
marathon in Napier.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, there
What, a
was. Some
running
of my
one?
friends were in the Hawke's Bay
yeah.
Marathon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So getting
Bloody runners.
accommodation.
Nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Did you sleep in the van?
In fact,
No,
Catherine.
no, I-
Sorry, I interrupted this. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
So we could only get accommodation in Dannyvirk, of all places.
Yeah.
Dannyvirk. So I was like, nah, I'm driving home. Like,
Yeah.
an hour away. I'm
Yeah.
out.
I'm sure Dannyvert's got a lot to offer.
It
But
has.
maybe, you know,
Not at 12 o'clock at
I
night.
don't
No.
think it's well known for its like
Accommodation.
tourism.
Yeah, or it's accommodation.
No.
one day. it'll
One
be
day.
on
But
the
it's
spot.
Viking history. Fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't even get a coffee at midnight.
Oh,
Oh,
I had
what?
to settle for
What,
a
not
Coke.
even at the
oh,
McDonald's?
Mitch. I'm really sorry about that. You need to travel with the thermos in future.
Yes, exactly. We've got
Rockstar
one
life,
at Lincoln.
Yeah, that was
Coffee
my job
machine
on
in the
bus.
car.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So, and
You've got something for us.
Yeah.
you do. I'm looking at the envelope and I'm all...
The envelope.
Can you
Please reveal, Mitch.
can you do a phone in?
Can't do a
Question.
phone
Can't
in.
do a phone
because
in.
We're just,
But we'll put it on our Facebook, and then people can answer. Is that what
Okay.
you would like?
Yep.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yep.
What's your question, Mitch?
Okay,
I'm
so
going to type it in now. So hang on.
okay,
Live on air.
I mean, this could-
Typing
this-
on Facebook.
So what have you got?
so I've got a double pass.
double
for the-
pass
Double
to
pass.
Gold Dust
Cardigan
Woman Showcase.
All right, not
About
too many
$100
words.
worth
Oh
here.
no, I'm
Wow.
putting it on my personal one. That won't.
Don't put it on there.
All right, hang on. Okay. Don't let this stop good radio from happening, by the way. Me trying to find the right page on Facebook.
So double pass for Saturday, 26th of June, and 8
Okay.
8 p.m. is kick-off, is it, Mitch?
Mitch,
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yep. No
Gold
later.
No later. On the dot.
Dust.
8 p.m.
So what's your question?
So what song
What song?
was
Okay.
Stevie's breakout song with Tom Petty
Break out
to start off her
song with
solo career?
Tom.
Are you going to
Petty.
repeat it?
Sorry, I didn't even realise I was doing it.
What
I
was
will-
Stevie's
I'll do
breakout
spell check
song
before I
with
send-
Tom Petty?
You spelled
Question.
double wrong.
I, you
Sorry.
can tell you're a quantity
Sorry.
surveyor.
It's all about,
Carrying on my
honestly, they're all about the detail.
double. What's your at handle on Facebook? You know,
Stevie Nicks
Stevie
Showcase.
Nicks Showcase. Now you should be on here because Showcase.
Anyway, two
Yes,
double
anyway.
tickets.
There's 2 double tickets. Mitch has a double pass. Is
Double
that
pass,
what
I
a
should
double
say.
pass is?
Yeah, double pass. Sorry,
All right,
sorry.
okay.
So answer that question.
Okay, you're
And when shall we? How long should we give it for?
nearly
Oh, you need
swore.
to set a
Sorry.
swear
yeah,
word
how
on
long
radio
do we
then.
need to put it on for? A week?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are we doing? Randomly selecting the
I
right.
think so.
Do you know what the
Yeah.
right answer is? Don't say it out loud. Could you give me a nod? Do you know? Do you know? You must know because you made the question. Oh my God.
Mitch will tell us later. Don't worry about those.
I could give a hint, but
No.
No.
Oh yeah, no. I just wanted to check that we're going to spot a right answer when it. Look,
I will
am
spot it.
culturally
It's okay.
inept.
I
All
will
right.
spot
There's
it.
nothing about me that's modern. Oh,
do you want me to write it down?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Write it on my
Okay.
piece of paper.
All right.
right. I'm
Sweet.
just looking for Stevie Nicks. So people, Stevie Nicks Showcase. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Here we are. This is exciting, and thrilling. Okay, awesome. So Gold Dust Woman. Nikki, are you a Stevie Nicks fan? Because you're a singer. Did you know that? Did you know?
We had a bit of a conversation
Did you?
outside,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Sort of
10
give
minutes
him
there.
one of those Nicky high energy potted history conversations outside. And my coach, if he's watching, he'll probably know what that is. So yeah, I did tell him all about my musical background.
Influence.
I haven't really followed Stevie Nicks since she went solo, but I did actually like Fleetwood Mac quite a bit.
yeah.
So, and one of my favourite albums, which probably is one of everybody's favourite albums, is the Rumours album. And I spent a lot of time listening to that one
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
So
What's the split, Mitch, of her solo career and her time with?
And our set,
Yeah.
we'd probably do about 3 Fleetwood Macs.
Okay.
So not many.
Focusing a lot on her
Yeah, I mean,
solo career.
we used to do a lot of Fleetwood,
Yeah.
and I used to be up front with the guitar, doing
Yeah.
all the Lindsay Buckingham stuff. But there's just a lot of other Fleetwood Mac tributes starting to poke up,
Yeah.
and they weren't sounding that great. And yeah, we're just sort of starting to get in with all of them. We're all the same, and so we thought we'd mix it up a bit, and bringing Tom Petty in, or Greg in. It's great. It really just breaks it up that little bit.
Yeah.
Do they look like them? Is that part of a tribute? You need to
Yeah.
have physical characteristics.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And they do the makeup and costumes
Do the
and
whole-
the full works.
The whole lace and
Oh, do they go full diva before they go on stage?
full diva.
Oh, but they're a right handful.
We got lace over all the mics, and yeah, when Rachel turns into Stevie and changes her costumes all the time, Greg comes out and does his stuff. So we've got it all worked out pretty good.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And the crowd love it. And there's a few duos that we do. Landslide,
Nice song.
just that Stevie and a guitar,
Yeah.
and Leather and Lace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just me with strings on the
Do you do
piano
17?
and
17?
Edge of 17.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You may not know the answer, but the opening riff, I suppose, or whatever, of that, did someone rip that off namely Beyonce. This is my theory. On her song about
Oh, yeah.
did she put a ring on it? Did she?
I would say there's a lot of songs
but
like
that particular opening part. I'll show it to you later.
I know the song.
You know what? Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, they all do it to some degree,
Yeah.
don't they?
but it's like almost note for note.
And Miley Cyrus has just done it as
I've
well.
seen her, but she's kind of done it in a collaboration with Nikki, Stevie. Sorry.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, like that was
Just so she doesn't get in trouble.
get in trouble. It's pretty
So
cool.
how old would Stevie Nicks be now then?
She's in her 60s, is she?
No, she's like 75.
Wow.
74.
Gosh.
Yeah. I went to see them in Dunedin a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just to
that's
give any
right.
last tips for our garden show that we did.
Yeah.
And Neil Finn, he was in the band.
That's
then,
right.
and
That's when
Yeah.
he joined.
he was the star of the show, hands
Wow.
down.
Was he really?
Yeah,
Oh.
when he all his Kiwi songs came on,
Wow.
the crowd went nuts.
Wow.
God.
They just,
When I heard that first that he joined Fleetwood Mac, and I was like, what?
yeah, I know.
Mental.
Mm.
But he's totally made it his own.
We just started the band, and like a month later, that
Crazy.
there's the answer there. I'm
Thanks.
sure you already know that.
Oh, yeah, don't show the camera.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you want your pen?
I knew it. That's
We
awesome.
can't win the double pass, right? Okay.
No, but someone who knows me could,
Oh my God, this is not a
and who
stitched
might
up.
want to
Take you.
Now, I've just seen
I'm sure
Mitch
that doesn't
pop a
happen.
sour squirmy in his mouth. So
Yeah.
I think this is a great opportunity to segue to a remarkable woman doing a remarkable thing
Oh, shoot.
with her remarkable women in business.
You're up.
You're up. Yeah,
Oh,
you
gosh.
don't need to leave. You're going to stay here because we might have more
No,
questions for you
no,
later.
no.
Thanks, guys.
You're
We're a
Thank
tag
you.
team now. We've
Thank
had
you.
the history out there. You know, we're a tag team. Next minute it'll be in Spank.
Yeah.
We'll have a keyboard player.
There you go.
What were you looking for? What were you looking for? A drummer.
drummer.
You're looking for a drummer.
A drummer. If anybody out there wants to join, we're pretty much a fun band. You could imagine, eh?
Yes.
We're pretty fun. So yeah, just anybody who wants to give that a go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But tell us about Remarkable Women in Business.
Well, Remarkable Women in Business is an expo that's coming up on the 18th and 19th of June. I'm sure it's that date. It is. Thank you. And I actually run I hate that word. I keep saying it. I run a business networking group for women on Facebook, and it's primarily aimed at sort of freelancers, singular women businesses up to like medium-sized businesses. So been running that for 8 years, and we've been having various meetups, one in Featherston, one in Carterton, and one in Masterton for a few years now. And then I thought, well, how can we sort of showcase these women? And I teamed up with Catherine Rossiter-Stead from Splash.
Powerhouse.
And we decided we were going to do this expo, which is also, we've got some talks happening, and then we've also got these big awards that we're going to do. We're going to award the women in our community some awards. So, and incidentally, she was at the Hawke's Bay Marathon. That's what I was going to say. What my partner in crime was at the Hawke's Bay Marathon yesterday, and she did it. She did a personal best on her half marathon. So, congratulations,
Oh,
Catherine,
yeah,
if you're
well
watching
done.
this.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah, she did well. Yeah, so we're doing this expo, and we just I've sort of, because I'm a website designer, so I got involved with the showgrounds just before Christmas, helping them build their new website, and got to see all these beautiful venues that have just come. One of them's come available recently, and they've got all these nice spaces that nobody really knows.
No, I didn't know.
It
That
looked
they're
beautiful, the
there,
one
and
you
I was like, well,
posted.
we should do something here. You know, we
Yep.
should do an expo. So we're going to use the Trade Hall 1. I think it's called Trade Hall 1, which is a beautiful space, and the P&P Hall. So we're going to have the
But what does P&P stand for?
pig and poultry.
I love it.
But it's all, that's the whole essence of Wairarapa, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got that
Yes.
rural background,
Yeah.
and it's a shame to see these things not being used.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting. So we've done this thing, Remarkable Women. We got together, we butted heads about what we're going to call it,
Yeah.
and we wanted to really highlight how remarkable the women behind the business were. It's not about the businesses; it's about the women.
Yeah.
So, and how strong they are, and how they beat all these things, and we wanted to recognise that.
Yeah.
So that's a potted sort of thing about remarkable women.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's spread over 2 days.
Yes, it is.
And you know, there's a couple of key features about this, which it's all day on Friday, isn't it? And all day Saturday.
It is.
You've got some other stuff going on.
Yeah, so on the Friday we've got we're going to have the expo, so we're going to have some trade stands in the P&P hall. We're going to have something called $10 talks. So you can go along, pay $10 and go and see a talk. So we've got, I think it's 6. We've got a headline speaker, which we're not announced yet. So, but we've got 5 other speakers, including Carissa from Rival. She's always
Rival
really
Wealth,
cool to listen to. So she's going to be like our second sort of headline speaker.
Yeah.
So we're going to have women doing workshops and inspirational talks.
Tiff's doing one.
Is she?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're really looking forward to
What's
that.
she doing it on?
Data visualization.
I know, yeah. I'm telling stories from data, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
data. Well, I'm saying data because that's how Kiwi say it, but data is
Data.
where we come from, isn't it?
Yeah, well, in a sentence, I can use both pronunciations.
Yes. Yeah, you know, I can speak both languages,
Yeah,
data and data. But you do end up with data eventually.
Yeah.
You're in IT, you know?
Given eventually.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
There's a song in that.
That's cool.
You say
There is.
data, I say data.
Single.
It is, yeah. No. Well, I had an idea for a song called Damn You Autocorrect, and I was going to try and write it in all auto-corrected lyrics. So you had to work out what the originals were because they'd been
That's
auto-corrected.
genius.
I like that
Yeah,
very
so
much.
that's
Have
what
you
I'm
done
on.
it?
Not yet, no. But I wrote one called Mumpreneur on Staycation. And that was all written in office speak. Yeah, but we never recorded that one, which was a shame.
Oh, there's still time. There's still
There
time.
is, there is still time if we bring it all back together. Then yeah, we could record that one. But yeah, so
And the $10 talks, I was going to say, how much are they?
$10.
Lucy
Honestly,
Cooper.
I left a part of
Get
me
out.
behind.
But you
it would have
can
been my brain.
actually buy a pass.
You can. That's why I asked
Yeah,
the question.
for them all at
Right.
a discounted price. I
Yes.
can't for the life of me remember what it is.
Shall I look it up?
No, it's probably not on. It is actually on
It
there
is
because
on
I did the
there.
website.
So it's all carefully.
Together, we'll
Yeah.
get there.
We will get there because I Google my own websites for the information. You know.
Of course.
Yeah, somebody
course.
asked me how much it was to hire the showgrounds because I don't work there, so I wouldn't know. And I was like, "Oh, it's on the website though," because I did the website. And they're like, "Oh yeah, gosh."
And
Here's
what
the link.
other? What's Carissa talking about? What's that topic?
I'm not sure yet. We're trying to. She's such a versatile person
Yes.
that she will fit something in that we.
And
you
any
know.
any other topics for this $10
Oh yeah, well
talks?
we've got Tracy Higgins. We've not announced these, so you're getting them first.
Well, there you go.
We've
This
got
is
Tracy
from
Tracy
ReCooper8.
Higgins. She's talking about HR. She's really
She's a chiropractor.
No,
No.
she's a HR practitioner. But she's really helpful. She's one of the ladies that gives a lot of information to people because, like the networking group that we have, it's not primarily an advertising group. It's an actual
helping.
It's all with the ethos of the thing has always been that we've got a big hive mind and that we work on our own and that we can help each other. And she's helped a lot of people to solve problems in their business. She works over in Wellington, but she's done quite a lot of stuff here. Just to help people.
Yeah.
So I've got to recognise you, Tracy. You're an amazing lady. And we had the lady from Tea Retreats, Sarah.
Sarah? Yeah.
Oh,
We
yes,
know
Sarah Percy.
Yes.
Oh, because there's two Sarahs, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there is
Yes.
Sarah.
Yeah.
So they were going to be there as well. And, oh, man. I don't have the list in front of me. I should have brought that, shouldn't I?
It's okay. I'm testing a
As and
recall.
when they crop up.
So what's the?
Well, we're going to
what's
release
the-
that out into
yeah.
the wild
Okay.
this week.
Yeah.
So,
And what's the
So you
deal
can
for
get
10
all
talks? 6 talks?
Or 6:45.
45,
Huge
yes.
discount.
Very
it is.
good.
And we've got a free meet and greet happening afterwards where you can meet the Remarkables. So we're
Yes.
calling that Meet the
Oh,
Remarkables.
that's
So everybody
nice.
can come and
Tiff's gonna be there,
network.
being remarkable.
Yeah, come and network with each other
Shouldn't we?
and meet the people behind the expo and the talks.
Great.
Great.
So yeah,
And then the Saturday.
the
is
Saturday is the big one.
Big one.
Yeah, so we're still going to have the expo. So some people are coming for 1 day or 2 days. On the Saturday, we've got live tattooing happening in the expo. So we've got Sacred Art Tattoo.
Are they doing your second sleeve?
I don't think they'll have time, actually. In fact, Amy said to me, do you want me to do it? And then I'm thinking, oh, well, I've got to do the dinner on the night and I might be a bit sore, you know. So it's like, I think,
practical.
And I've got a competition the next weekend, so I've got to let the ink heal.
Yeah, sure.
So before I go to I've got through to a big thing.
CrossFit thing.
Yeah.
Good
So
on
I've
you,
got
well
through
done.
to a final. So
well done.
I want to be in best
tip-top.
condition for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can have, they're going to leave some spaces and you can go and have yourself inked at our expo.
Me and those two just looked at each other.
So that's really cool, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Tell the husband first.
no, my body.
No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jeez, match my body.
Come on.
Yeah, my poor husband never knows when I'm getting inked. Hey, come back. Oh, you've got some more ink, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I have.
actually.
That's amazing. So that's going on in the daytime.
Yes, but it'll be on the trade stand, so there'll be all of
Yeah.
the trade stand. But what the bonus of the Saturday is that we've got the farmers market happening as well, so we're trying to cross promote between
that's
each other for that. Now, after that finishes, we're going to turn around Trade Hall 1 into a fine dining experience. So we've got Crescendo Catering coming in to cook a 3-course meal. We've got lovely Courtney Nyla going to be providing some music for us. And, we're going to give out our awards
Wonderful.
that have been being nominated. We're actually going to keep those nominations open for another week because we had lots of people talking to me yesterday about the article that went in the paper on Wednesday and asking could they nominate a woman, and we were supposed to close them on Friday. And I was like, I'll leave it open for another week because obviously people are still interested. So we're going to close it on Friday. So you need to nominate a woman, a remarkable woman. There's 8 categories. One of them is innovation. One of them is.
I'll tell you, shall I?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Okay, if you don't mind. Well,
No.
just
Because they will be on there.
They will be on there.
You can announce them. You announce them.
Yes, I could get
Because
some
you're going to be
practicing. I'm going to be announcing
emceeing.
them. Yes.
She's going to be an MC, so you can make yourself familiar. It's your homework.
So it's innovation, resilience in the face of adversity. The third one is a significant contribution to conservation and environmental protection. The fourth one is the promotion of tikanga Māori. Then we've got why they are a young businesswoman to watch. Oh, I like that one. Outstanding wisdom and guidance. We've got exceptional marketing or a remarkable inspiration. So they're the 8 categories.
Yes, and then there's a
Pretty neat.
Supreme Award.
And then the Supreme
So if
Award.
someone wants to nominate, they can go to your website and
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
portal
The
to do
criteria
that,
is that they need to be a Wairarapa woman in business.
okay.
So, yeah.
What's
So-
the
And you can
website?
So it's remarkablewomen.co.nz // and there's a bunch of questions. And then I think the one thing, you need some testimonials as well, don't you?
Yeah.
At least 2
Yeah.
testimonials.
If you're having trouble with that, though, get in touch with us. You know, we're quite happy to take the nomination and then get the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so we'd rather have the nomination. So if you're having trouble with the form, get in touch and nominate the person.
Okay.
Awesome.
Because we want to see those nominations. We want to see people nominate the women that stand out to them. We want to celebrate women, especially women. You know, women have quite unique challenges, especially if they've got a family and business.
Yeah.
And a lot of these businesses start when women are at home with the kids.
Yeah.
So they become like, oh, how can I make some money? And sometimes those businesses become really successful, you know. And the business group was started like that. It was always aimed to be low cost because women traditionally don't have a lot of money when they start the business. It's come out of an idea that they've had.
Yes.
You know, just on the side there.
Yeah.
So, like, it was a support group. And in the early days, there was about 5 of us.
Wow.
And we would go around to somebody's house. We would do the meetups at somebody's house. And we'd go for lunch, and it would become a very long lunch. And they went on for a long time. And it's like, well, we need to do something about this because, like, you know, time is money sometimes when you're on your own like that. So we started doing the meetups as a breakfast meeting because then you've got an hour and you can get off.
Yes. Yeah.
And so they've been very popular, especially the Clareville Bakery was the first one, the first Friday of the month.
Yeah.
It was called the First Friday Club.
Yeah.
And it grew quite big. We would have 30 women there.
Wow.
And but the Masterton one's actually catching up now. I don't know about Featherstone because I don't make it that far. Another lady runs that for me called Rachel Clark. And she runs that down at Everest Cafe.
Oh, that's a nice spot.
Yeah, and there's still a spot for a mid place, either Carterton or Greytown, for somebody to take that on.
Oh, yeah.
Because we used to have a after work
Yeah.
meet
after
up
5.
at 3 Mile.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But Mary Claire got another job, and so she wasn't able to do it. So there is still a spot there.
Right.
If somebody wants to take that and run with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a potted history there. I had caffeine earlier.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about the fine dining experience on the Saturday night. How much are the tickets?
$125.
And you can get a table?
Yeah, six. I think it was 650.
I could tell you, shall I?
I mean, that's not gone out yet because we've been working that
okay.
out. So it is 650. It is, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the table of 6.
Brilliant. All right.
And that is going to go live tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, my husband's just coding the site at home.
Oh, is it? Oh, good on you. Good on you. Keep working.
Yeah, come on, Pete, keep working.
Remarkable
Crack
women
the
want
whip.
that site done. We want it done tomorrow.
Exactly. These women are waiting to buy the tickets.
That's right.
In fact, they are actually. They are limited though. That's one thing I will say. There's only about 100 tickets.
For the dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
About
And
that,
you get
yeah.
them off the website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be
Okay.
going live tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a great event. Awesome.
Yeah, it will be. And we're looking forward to doing this another year. We've been really, I'd just like to say that thank you to Masterton, to Solway Showgrounds for, being the naming sponsor.
Yeah.
And for like the Times Age and More FM and Masterton District Council for sponsoring, being a sponsor, and of course Creator Splash, Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been really great for these people to get behind us.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So you're
We
doing
wish you luck.
Yeah, and you're doing Talent Wairarapa and this. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It-
Have you got some downtime coming up? And then you're getting all muscly. I mean, how are you doing? Honestly, everyone who's come in today, how are they sleeping? You, Mitch, you must be up all night, and working in the day.
June is a very busy month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Talent Wairarapa semis going from 29th to the 5th, and then the 12th we've got this final, and then I've got Remarkable Women, and then I'm at the Regional Masters League Regional Cup the
Right.
following week, so I think I might have July off.
Have July. We're gifting you July.
I said to Pete yesterday, I was like, if I do take on back-to-back events again, please remind me.
Yes.
Not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yesterday was a very long day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, give us
must
a
have
quick update on how Talent Wairarapa's going.
Yes.
Oh,
Because we had a wonderful time yesterday.
What
in our
did you
short
think of
breaking,
it?
short judging
I was
segment.
blown away. There was some
Yeah.
really fabulous acts, and just the courage and the guts of
Yeah.
people to stand up there in the first place. I think it's remarkable. But the talent on the show was really
High
awesome.
quality.
And it was high quality. And I'm not saying that was a surprise, but it was a delight. It
Yeah.
was a real
Yeah, it
delight.
was.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I come out of the day at 6:20. I think I'd been there since 9 a.m.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m. I handed over the MCing to Ryan Coles. Thanks, Ryan, for being such a an amazing person yesterday. I was getting very salty. I was getting I couldn't say anything nice anymore, so I had to hand it over. Not because they weren't great.
Oh,
It was
I
I felt
know.
bad because they were great, but I'd
Yeah.
just had enough.
You'd reached your limit.
I'd reached that many hours of MCing is
Oh,
pretty
it's
hard
tough,
on the
yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
So, but it was. Do you know what blew me away? The standard was amazing yesterday.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to knock anyone out.
Totally.
I think every hour was as tough as the hour that you had.
Right.
So what we're doing now anyway was taking all that feedback and all those forms that you filled in, taking them away. We'll calculate all the scores, put them in a big spreadsheet, see who's gone through, and then let the people know who haven't gone through, which is really sad.
Heartbreaking.
But that's an awful
It's a no
job.
from me.
Yeah.
Um,
That's really tough. Give it
and
to
then
Mitch.
then we got the semi-finals, which is they're bigger events.
Yeah.
We showcase 15 on one night, or however many we're going to do on each night. We
Yeah.
do that, and then we knock a few more out. That's another sad thing, because you get tears and
Yeah.
people get
Yeah.
so worked
Oh,
up
yeah.
and
Well, they're so
excited.
invested, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you could see that yesterday. And the parents, all the support, it's just delicious.
Yeah, and then we off to the big final at Carterton Event Centre,
Yeah.
which is a wonderful venue.
I would
really is.
totally go.
Yeah.
Because it was such a treat yesterday.
And
to
we
see.
put them on the big stage, and we give them a big stage
Wow.
experience. So we have Toby. We've got Toby Mills coming in there
Oh,
with the
from
big
Wairarapa
sound
TV. Yeah.
experience. We've got the lights
Oh,
and
wow.
stage hands,
Yeah.
and there's VIP tables, and it's just a big experience. And Rotary really pull it out
They
the
do.
bag
Yeah.
with the infrastructure organisation.
And tickets for public will be on sale for that?
They've not gone on sale yet.
Yeah.
They generally go on sale when we know the lineup.
Yeah. And
So-
what sort of date is that? So people can
The date for
Save
the
a date?
final is the 12th.
of
June.
June. Very good.
Yeah, so it's a week before Remarkable Women.
Busy.
You'll be a super
say-
remarkable woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
have to
that's
sign
brilliant.
yourself up for this remarkable woman. at this
Yeah,
stage.
that's right. Yeah.
It's like,
You can
yeah,
nominate
we
yourself,
can't
but I don't know
nominate.
if that's a cool look for an organiser.
Not really, no.
I'm
no.
amazing.
Yeah, look at me, I'm remarkable. I'm remarkable. No.
Thank you for coming to my party.
Yeah, it's mine. I only had it for me. I just wanted to party. There was a bit easier ways of having a party, let me tell you.
That's right.
That would involve less grey hair.
Oh, that's great. Oh, good on
No,
you.
but it's amazing. And, you know, it's always really amazing to work with a great event organiser.
Yes.
You know, you can do the bits that I can't do. You know,
Yes.
that's the thing. I'm great at, like, creating hype, and that's my thing.
Yeah.
But, like, she's great at the meat that goes underneath,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the real...
The
Because I'm...
structure.
I mean, you look at me, you know, I'm like a bit ADHD or something, you know, I'm like, "Ugh," you know, and she just keeps the lid on everything for me. So I'm like, yeah, that's really good. She's just great, you know. It's great to work with somebody like Catherine.
Definitely. Well, well done. Thank you so much. I just want to, just before we all go, is just mention these tickets again that Mitch has very kindly donated. And so I have put the question on the ReCooper8 Facebook page. I think there's a way of pinning a...
There is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pin it to the top of the page as
Yes.
and when I've discovered that facility. So that's so the question was, what song was Stevie's breakout song with Tom Petty? Somebody messaged me with the answer, Shara. I will send you the link to the actual post and you can pop your answer in. But it'd be lovely if we got a big
Yes, share.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, share. Because we can
want-
always track it down, can't we? The answer. Yeah.
And Gold Dust Woman, Mitch,
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
it's going to be great.
Yeah, we wish you full houses and fabulous people
Yes.
Thank you.
For both
Thank you.
events.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
for both of you.
It's gonna
Thank
be
you for
busy-
coming
busy
in.
month, eh?
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. And if I wasn't in Auckland that weekend, I would
would have
consider going, yeah, definitely.
So
It's all
where,
good.
where do you go after Carterton with your
Tour.
Don't know yet. I know Rachel, our singer, is going to do a gig with Greg and his Tom Petty tribute. So
Okay.
we'll switch it round a bit.
Okay,
Right.
yep.
Do a couple of shows
right.
with him, so we might have a month or so off. And,
Oh, nice.
and then...
You can do more quantity surveying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of the fun stuff.
That's right. Gosh, this music getting in the way of real work, eh?
Probably do a couple of acoustic gigs and...
Where do you do your acoustic gigs?
Oh, I've been up and down New Zealand, really.
Yeah.
I've been
Nice.
Auckland, Tauranga, Palmy, Christchurch, sort of just me and my guitar. And then when I do Wellington, go around with some of the old singers of the band. And
Yeah. And what sort of music do you play when you're on your own?
just covers.
Yeah.
Just whatever I can sing at the time, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
And bit of Fleetwood as well.
Nice.
Good on you.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
All right. Well, we've got a few minutes. Let's do the weather.
It's pretty
And in
cold
the
out there.
Chatham's rain. So we'll be back next month. I think we've even got a broad idea of who we've got on, actually.
Yes.
Because I know Jenny's going to be back on, Jenny Hall,
Yes.
and Jenny Gasson. Two Jennies.
Jenny
I
Gasson.
know.
She's
Yes.
another event
And
organiser.
Jen.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
And Jen's going to be on
Three
with the
Jens,
music.
yes.
Oh my God,
It's
all
a Jen
Jennies,
show.
isn't it? I think we'll change our name to Jen and Jenny. That would be handy and easy. But I know that Jenny and Jenny are coming on to talk about the Winter Festival, the Carterton Winter Festival.
Yep.
Which Jane Ross's Wairarapa Film Festival was.
Yes, so that's
part
the Carterton portion of the Wairarapa Film Festival, so 9 to 18 July.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on, and Jen, and then I'm not sure who else.
You have to find another Jen.
But we will, exactly. It doesn't matter how fascinating you are. You
If your
can't
name's
come on
Jenny,
unless your name's
apply.
Brilliant. So it'd be lovely if people kind of connected with us on Facebook, wouldn't it?
Yes.
We'd like a bit more of that.
Yes.
We've also got a blog.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's ReCooper8.com, where all our shows are podcasted. And look, I can't seem to fill any more space.
That's fine. Let's call it a night.
Put on a Stevie song.
Yeah.
We could, couldn't
Yeah,
we?
you could put a
Let's go
song
out.
on.
What do you want me to play?
I want you to play. Oh, this is my new favourite band, Lord Huron.
Oh God, okay, they sound good.
Vide Noir.
Right, hang on one
Wow.
second. Oh yeah, they've been playing the whole time underneath. Right,
Oh, really?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all our wonderful guests. They've been great. You've been great.
Yes.
Jane and Becky were great.
Yeah,
You've been
for
great.
having us.
You've been great.
Yeah,
I've been.
appreciate it.
I've been.
Always
What have
great.
I been, Katie?
You've
What
been
have I
great,
Thank you
Lucy.
very much. Don't want to be out.
So needy. Put the song.
Okay, I'm going to put some on. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank
See
you.
you later.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Have a good
Bye, thank
month.
you.
See you next month.
Have you got the thing up?
Yeah.
Many nights have I heard a voice whisper my name without making a noise, calling out from a pure black hole. Tears of sorrow, tears of joy, drops in my cup as my mind is destroyed, staring into a pure black hole. So what if I'm living out past the edge? So what if I never come back again? Many evils have I enjoyed, prowling the night, raising hell with the boys, getting high on a pure black hole. I am only a nameless soul, heading into a pure black hole. So what if I'm living out past the edge? So what if I never come back again? Where you go when it's all in your head? These are the last words that I ever said. Where can you go when it's all in your head?
We say good night. We say goodbye.
And I just want to say, now we're sucking diesel.